Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine. Thank you for coming here. The purpose of my presentation today is to persuade you to make one small change in your life. Because if you make this change, you will reduce a risk of illness, get better interpersonal relationships, and become a better leader. This change is easy for you and you don't need to pay for it. It's totally free. I made that change 6 months ago and people around me say that I have changed a lot and they are more willing to get along with me. Okay, my topic is why you should control your emotion. When you develop strong emotional regulation skills, your mental health can improve significantly. Harvard Psychology School 2014 states that better emotional regulation skills are tied to lower levels of depression and stress-related physical illness. In our daily life, we will inevitably encounter things that make us depressed. Although we inevitably meet them, we can control our emotions. Positive emotions are good for our physical health, while negative emotions are harmful to our physical and mental health. The research of American physiologist Dr. Arama found that people who are often angry are 5 times more likely to have cancer than those who are not often angry. The endocrine dysfunction caused by long-term anger and how immune function of the human body make cancer more likely to occur. Moreover, when you become angry because of something in your life, you will bring this anger to other things and other people, forming a vicious circle. Therefore, for your physical and mental health, you should control your emotions. Okay, another benefit of controlling your emotion is you can get better interpersonal relationships. A medical, psychological, physiology counseling doctor in Istanbul Medical University in Turkey conducted a study. The aim of that study is to examine the role of interpersonal emotion regulation on interpersonal competence when controlled emotion adjustment. Results of hierarchical regression analysis revealed that interpersonal emotion regulation and emotion dysregulation seem to predict interpersonal competence. After controlling for the effect of emotion dysregulation, interpersonal emotion regulation alone explains 80% of the overall variance in interpersonal competence. Okay, in other words, emotion has the highest contribution on interpersonal competence. After all, no one wants to get along with a person whose emotions may get out of control at any time. In our daily life, each of us is willing to get along with people who are emotionally stable. Such people will not become angry easily, even if we accidentally offend them. As long as we apologize in time, our relationship will be stable. If a person becomes angry easily, people around him will only have 2 attitudes. First one, let him correct. Second one is stay away from him. He will not have very good friends and stable interpersonal relationships. Therefore, if you can control your emotion, you can get better relationship with your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Okay, the last benefit of controlling your emotion is that you can become a better leader. Kenneth Blanchard is an American author, business consultant, and motivational speaker. His writing career includes more than 60 published books. Blanchard ever wrote a book, Lead Like Jesus, a lesson from the greatest leadership role model of all time. In this book, Blanchard 2016 states that controlling emotion is a very important quality of a good leader. When leaders have high emotional control, they are seen as more likable, ethical, and working in the interest of the organization. Leaders should know that emotions can play an important role in the organization. They can be used to frame new events or situations in a positive way. Leaders can express confidence in an individual by showing positive affect toward them. Research shows that leaders who heavily suppress their emotion are less satisfied in their work, more likely to want to leave their organization, and can have a negative impact on the work of their direct reports. However, in times of stress or pressure, the emotions a leader is likely to exhibit are less than positive. This emotion may include anxiety, irritation, frustration, and anger. This is where leaders must be careful. To be in control of one's emotions means maintaining personal composure during times of stress, when things are uncertain, or when faced with conflict or disagreement. If people cannot control their emotions well, so how can they lead others? When they encounter something like that makes them angry, their first reaction should not be to initiate conflict, but to think carefully about how to avoid conflict. Because of this, the followers will worship them more and follow them more honestly. Okay, in conclusion, looking back on my speech today, I talked about 3 benefits that emotion control can bring to you. First one is reducing the risk of disease. Second one is obtaining better interpersonal relationships. And last one is the becoming a better leader. The most important thing is that it's easy to control your emotions. You don't even need to spend any money. Just calm down when your emotions are about to get off control. I persuade you to control your emotion, and you can enjoy your life. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.